The business representative for a local carpenters union says he has concerns the general contractor hired to build the Woodbury County new law enforcement center is not following the rules agreed to when that project started.
Ernie Colt, representing Local 948, voiced his concerns with the County Board of Supervisors today. What he had to say in our top story tonight at 10. Colt came before the supervisors just one day after raising the same concerns to members of the Sioux City Council, asking to be appointed to the LEC authority. Colt telling both groups that he has concerns proper records are not being kept on the job site, documenting which subcontractors are being used and which workers are actually on the site working. Similar claims have been shared with the law enforcement authority responsible for overseeing construction of the jail, but Colt says that group isn't listening.
I've visited thousands of job sites in the last 10 years, and I've never had anyone try to keep me off of a job site as much as these people are trying to do this. They not only don't want me to visit the job site, they don't want me to speak at the meetings. They don't want to hear me.
The LEC authority is made up of a county supervisor, city council member, and one community member. Councilman Matthew O'Kane, who is not part of the authority, spoke on behalf of the city at today's meeting, endorsing Colt's request for more transparency at the work site. But Supervisor Jeremy Taylor, who is also not part of the authority, told us that changes to the LEC authority are unlikely.
A citizen simply asking, can I be on a three-person board and make it a four-member board? I don't know that that's an appropriate action. I don't see an issue with making sure that we know who the subcontractors are that are there. I do rely in part on the LEC authority's control measures. We are talking about a federal prison, and I do think that the work site has some security concerns.
Taylor added that it is important to balance that with transparency. KCAU-9 reached out to the jail's general contractor, Houseman Construction, but did not hear back. The law enforcement authority's next meeting is scheduled for May 12th, and we hope to talk with a member of the authority before that time.